Welcome to Toffee TV. It's a match preview for Everton versus Arsenal, Goodison Park. We've got Michael Ball in the studio with us. At least they're not top. that's the positive. At least Arsenal are not top.
You can trust them, I'll show you. Look, the time when we were going to be top in September.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
There was one of the games when we would have gone top.
Oh yeah. We blew it. Obviously we blew it. We always blow it.
Well, it's coming for the Christmas period, isn't it? It's what we were saying before, lack of motivation for these games. What the games we've been playing. The floodlights of Goodison Park. I think that's your chance, it's your opportunity. You know, it's always good going as a fan, but as a player, I always like the night games. The atmosphere seems to be a lot better. Arsenal are in really good form. Sanchez, Ozil, they're all in good form, and we know what they're good at. So it's not going to be a shock to us. So we just need to get out on that pitch and put a bit of effort in. And that's what we want. That's what I want to see. You know, and hopefully we get something out of the game. But I want to see some will and desire. And make it difficult for them. That's what I've been asking for a while.
We can't be.
The manager needs to motivate the players and get them. Look, that's a team they're going for the Champions League. That's what they want to be going for. There's an opportunity to show what you can do. You know, make the most of it. Be a nuisance. You know, and then show your ability to shine through.
Haven't lost away since March.
No. But we're still unbeaten at home, aren't we? So we're still unbeaten at home, and that's something to protect, though, isn't it? That's something to protect. That's something to be proud of and say, but we're still at home. We're still, you know, we look at. I know we haven't won that many at home, but the record's a little bit better than it was last season. I mean, 2016 as a season at home at Goodison has been pretty horrendous.
That's a year.
That's what I'm saying. That's a year. It's been horrendous
overall.
So, but this is. You look at the next two games and you think, well, if there's going to be any kind of turning point in the season. This has got to be a game against Arsenal and a derby game going into the Christmas period, because otherwise, you know, if we have a bad game tomorrow and we have a bad game against Liverpool, then you got to go to Leicester away and you've got then Hull suddenly looks like a 6-punter.
You've got to just be thinking of this game, because you don't want them.
Well, as a fan, you think of, as a player,
they don't want to be thinking, well, I'm going to save myself for the derby, because we're just getting annihilated again. We get embarrassed. You know, it's on TV again. So we don't want that embarrassment again. The players have got to know that. You know, they've got to just get themselves, come out of the shell a little bit more, and just worry about the jobs that they're doing against Arsenal. Don't be thinking about that the other game.
We can't start flat. If we start flat against these and let these grow into it.
Arsenal have been known as being very weak mentality. You know, when it comes to the crunch, Arsenal's just feeling to crumble, and we're doing that at a lower level at the moment. So we know that's their negative. So let's get at them. And let's show,
but it's funny because Arsenal
seem
to have a little bit about them this season. They haven't what's his name? Xhaka. Xhaka. He seems to be a little bit of a horrible. I've seen the one he gave away on Saturday, the penalty.
But they've always been a little niggly when
but they've got like Mustafi's out, isn't he? He's out for a few weeks, so that's a bonus. But I think it's important, not just, you can't be allowing.
We tried to outplay them a few years ago, didn't we? And we were 2-0 up and we got caught back. You know, to do come on again. But he's doing that a lot this season. He come on the bench, so we know what we need to do. It's just, can we implement it? That's our problem. And Arsenal, their run's got to stop at some point. If it stops at Goodison, gives a bit of confidence going into the other one.
I think we've just got to, like if you said, like the likes of Sanchez, like Ozil, those kind of plays, you've got to try and get into them, haven't you? They were like the Goodison thing that we always talk about. Well, we've got to make it like that as fans for a start, haven't we? As fans,
the fans do, but then if the fans got nothing to cheer about, it's after 5 minutes it all goes back down again, because they're not seeing any energy on the pitch. So both have got to play a part a little bit. The fans can only sing for so long, but the players aren't showing that bit of passion, that tackle, or that aggression or positivity on the pitch. The fans have got nothing to get off the seats about. So hopefully we go up more positive and get at them, and that will get. And then the fans will see we are. We've got them. We're racking them here. You know, that's what we want to see. Especially against big teams like that.
He said it's a fit squad. So I mean, is he going to change it again? Is he going to
same squad?
So is it going to be the same team? Or is he going to start tinkering again?
Well,
it's $1 million question,
it'll be put your hand in the basket and see who's saying it is to play midfield this week, won't it? Because Ross,
secret Santa going on.
That's what it is, mate. Ross come on Saturday, nearly do much. You know, tried to get on the ball, fell over a couple of times, and nearly. But I think he's trying to over impress now instead of just playing this game. But you know, you look at Arsenal, it's dead easy to look at them and think we can't live with them, because you look at it on paper and we can't live with them, but someone's sitting on a couch here that scored his first goal against an Arsenal side at that time who were unreal, and Everton, we were struggling like hell when McGibbon Cadamati scored all them years ago, and we ended up getting a point that day against.
Were they 2-0 up that day?
They were 2-0 up, and at half time I think it was. And we couldn't get, I remember we couldn't get near them in the first half. They destroyed us, and then we come back. You know, we got the goals, and we ended up getting a good points. You know?
Yeah, I remember I was playing. I think it was one of my first times I played centre half, and I think I left a little bit on Bergkamp, and I think he got off. So that sort of helped.
So you were better centre back or left back?
I enjoy centre back.
I think you were a better centre back.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It seemed a lot easier because the strikers stand next to you. Full back, you got to go up and press, haven't you? But as long as you got someone, I wasn't the biggest, so I had to sort of read the game a little bit more. I needed a bit of help on the heading side of things and the aggression of Coffee or whatever. But I thought I was having a half decent game, you know, and we were 2-0 down. And, you know, I got Bergkamp off the pitch, and I was like, all right, Sam, I've got right to worry about now. And then half time, it goes wing back. Oh, no, wing back's horrible. You got to cross it, you got to get back, it's up and down. But as a young kid, that was your job. You had Dunny, 16 stone, doing the same on the other side. So he always had something to sort of look at. But again, that was a progression of knowing where to be when the ball's on the side of the pitch. You know, I knew the ball was going to come in, so I made sure I was getting to that second box, and I was lucky enough I was there and to head it in, and went off my head and was made up to score a goal. But hopefully, like, the opportunity to come for our young ones, if he gets them in the squad, just throw them in, because it's nothing better than doing it against, say, scoring no matter what, you know, for Everton, but scoring against a big team as well. You know, it's an extra big buzz and a big massive confidence booster.
And a crucial game, isn't it? It's you know,
we've got a turning point, as you said, and these two games are.
I thought United last minute might have been a turning point, and then we go and get beat at Watford. And it's that 5 defeats and 6 now away from home. It's something like that. So Goodison is where we get our, well, it is, isn't it? Because we've got our 5th defeat. So Goodison is where we're getting our solace from at the moment, and we can't give up that. And these are massive favourites. They're playing brilliantly. They're winning wherever they go. They're just on that roll. You know, they've got Bayern Munich in the Champions League. They're made up to, you know, looking after Christmas. We've got to focus on this. The manager's got to show us that he can get these players. It's great sitting in a press conference going, I don't know why we're not starting the games well, but you know, we look for the reaction against Swansea from the Chelsea game. There'll be a reaction. The first few minutes, there was no reaction. There was no reaction at Southampton. Going back to your old club, as a manager, he should have had us fired. I left, he used to go to these, and this is why. We were limp. We give a goal after 40 seconds. You know, we've gone to Watford. This is what I'm waiting for. If we can't do it tomorrow night.
And I always think these games are easier because we're not better than them. So we can't hide behind that excuse, can we?
Yeah, we can't go face to face with them, because we know technically they're better than us. So we've got to get after them and make it more difficult for them, and hopefully they have an off day. But I think we need to have a really good day on them after off day to get something out of the game. But we can cause teams problems, because we've shown in the last 10-15 minutes that we're, you know, whether our fitness levels are better than last season. Or
I just think that's because we don't do nothing for 18 minutes.
Exactly. I think you're right. I'm trying to get some positives going on here. So we know we can cause problems last 10-15 minutes, so we need to keep in the game. We don't want to be going 3-0 down, 4-0, whatever it is. We want to be as close as possible to the last 10 minutes, because we know the crowd, we're going to try and suck it in. We know that we can cause problems last 10 minutes, and hopefully, you know, that's going to be a way of getting some points out of it.
Or we could just start like that, couldn't we? Because this is the big thing, isn't it?
We want to start like that to get the crowd
going. If we start like that, and we started with, for me, a more positive attacking lineup, which means another striker, Lukaku working with another player. Forget about, have one, have Morales or Delafay. Let's not have two. Let's have maybe Valencia starting on the left, and he knows when to come in. You know, we've said this so many times. When Kone played there last season, okay, it didn't really work because he hasn't got the legs, but maybe Valencia will have the legs. I was talking to a journalist last week from South America, funny enough, I bumped into one, and he was going to Valencia's house to interview him, and he was saying, this guy, he's brilliant, everyone loves him, he's like at home, he's come from poverty, like dirt poverty, like proper, like, he said he just wants to play. He said he thought he would have got more opportunities at the club. He thought he would have been playing more. He said, honestly, he said, give him a go. He said he will run all day for you. He said he's got so much heart, and he's loved at home. and he said he'll have a go for you. And that's all you want, isn't it? That's all you can ask for.
We could, because
that's what's lacking at the minute.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's lacking.
We can't match them. We said before, we can't match them football wise, because we're not as good as them. You have to hold your hands up sometimes and go, these are better than us technically. So why not? We do it anyway. Why not put someone alongside Rom and just sit as a 4 and just go, right, well, you know what, we're just hoofing it anyway, and Rom's not doing nothing with it, but making him look like a mug because he's not great in the air. Where Valencia is actually quite decent in the air. You know, he wins a lot of headers. You've got 2, therefore defenders then have got 2 men to look after instead of having 1.
Yeah.
And then have you trying, you know, it could be Garner, Barry, if you want to go with McCarthy again. I don't know why you would, but he could then sit over in front of Baines and then have Delafeu as the man to try and join in. But at least you're going to have 3 midfield players, but at least when we're going the other way, Rom's got some help, you know, and it might free him up where we get a little chance in the box. He's free because there's a defender there. And we get
the last thing we want is the game to be open and stretched, you know, and that's what we sort of been relying on the last couple of games. With teams to make mistakes, we go with the counter attack, the ball breaks down, and then we get counter attacked again. You know, if they're playing that extra man up front that you won't rely on, then Ross and Delafeu and everyone to get on the end of it. Just leave it up to them two to try.
We've got to make sure we don't lose the ball in silly areas.
It's that
seems to happen.
The Watford game, we were trying to messing about with it on the edge of the box. Just someone kick into Rosette and settle down and get our composure and get our formation back. You know, and that's especially teams like Arsenal have got the talent to kill you with time and press. You know, so we need to get in the faces.
I think you said it when we did the final word. Players are being a little bit more disciplined. You know, Baines not bombing on, Coleman not bombing on when there's, you know, you've got natural wingers in front of them. They've got to start realising that you can't always just bomb on and leave us exposed.
Baines is trying for their first goal of the weekend. Baines is trying to join in because Morales doesn't stay out.
No, I know that.
Morales causes
I know that.
problem.
But what I mean is just that we do get caught quite a lot. We do get caught quite a lot when Romelu Lukaku loses the ball on the edge of the 6, and you're thinking that should never happen. But it does happen. It seems to happen time and time again because we don't have.
One goes, one stays. That's what it always was.
It used to be, like. If Leighton goes, Seamus could be coming in, and it's just like a pendulum just going like that. But it's sort of
have we lost the? Sounds stupid, but have we lost the basics of football? You know, you just said it there. Ball bounces around. There was one at the weekend. I think it was in the first half, and I think it was still 1-0 at the time. Delafeu comes back and does brilliant, wins it. Plays it into Gareth Barry, and then they're looking to play a pass on the edge of our box, and their player comes in.
As a kid, don't pass it like side on in the 6-yard box. Or you see him very basic errors and very silly mistakes, and I think we're confusing. I think we're confusing each other.
If you're under pressure,
you don't want to be. I just don't want to be embarrassed, and you just got to go out there and I think prove a lot of people wrong and show them what they can do. If they want to play for the club, great. If they want to play for the move, great. It's going to benefit the game. At the end of the day, these players, players might come in January and take their place, but they need to play for their own futures. If they're going to get a decent club after Everton, show some character and show the managers and scouts that are watching that you've got something about you. You're not just easy to crumble because you won't get a move. You just end up going backwards. Even in leagues. So. For themselves, got to play for themselves, got to play for the team, play for the club and the fans, but make sure you sort of do something. Apply yourself in the right way, and that's all the fans would want, and that's all we're being crying out for. And with the young kids coming through, hopefully they get an opportunity to show some will and passion that's seriously lacking this season.
Especially, I mean, again, it's a home game as well. 2 home games, haven't we? Bounced back to back, and you think these are the opportunities to win points because. Again, I said it before, as a fan, I'm looking at it now and thinking, that whole game, hell, it's like a sick. You get to the tail of the year and you're looking at like Hull, look at Leicester, and you look at Hull, and you're thinking, they're 6 pointers. People are starting to look over our shoulder now. Southampton are right on us. There's teams that are. I've looked and I think by Christmas Day we could be like 13th or 14th, and that's serious. That
very positive, aren't you?
No, I'm just.
Are you trying to hide from all that? I don't want to see it. I don't like looking for it.
But that's where I look at it and I think these are the games though where I'm not asked what who we're playing. That should be the positive. That should be. It's Arsenal. There's always a big chance to shake things up, to send a message to the fans in his team selection for me from the start, and then those players should have enough professional pride to stop worrying about everything else that's going on, like you just said, whether they want to move or whether whatever. Go and play.
To play yourself properly.
Big game.
What the fans want you. And, you know, apologise to the fans who travelled all this season at the away games. The performance have been awful. You know, so when you come to your own patch, you know, give something back to the fans at least. That's all you can ask for. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully we can do that. It's going to be a very tough game.
Yeah.
But you know, I just something about Goodison would like for me. I used to love them. I just always feel like you got that extra energy and buzz about the place, and probably sleeping in the afternoon helps. Gives you a bit of a buzz. But I just hopefully we'll just to play ourselves properly and don't get embarrassed. And just, there's an opportunity to play against world class players there, so you've got nothing to lose. So go out, that mentality. You've got nothing to lose. Go out and express yourself. Come out your shell and show everyone.
Is Sanchez the main one to stop?
Yes, I've got to take him out my fancy footy now because he's my captain. So he's got to go out. I don't want to be the only one going like that and realising it's against Everton.
Double, mate, because if we beat them, you can just go, oh, well.
Oh, no, I don't like, no, I can't do that. No, but he's got to
come out.
He's got to go.
So we're looking for a Foons Moray slide one on the thigh within first 5 minutes. Just, you know, like Michael did on Bergkamp, just to
say welcome.
Yeah, just to say,
and then Giroud, who, you know, because he never scores against us, does he?
No. You just hope some of them want Christmas off and might
a little elbow, the flailing arm.
We're all full of positives here, aren't we?
Yeah, but what can you? They've given us nothing to cling on to.
Right.
It's not as if we've been unlucky. We could sit here and we've lost games and go, you know what? We had a right good goal there, we got beat. You know, it might change for us. There's none of that. My fear is there's no fight there. It doesn't look like we're not compact. We're not busting a gut to get around it. Under David Moyes, this would have been, if we'd have been on a bad run, this would have been a game where I'd be thinking, we'll beat these, because Moyes will have them fired up, the crowd will be on it, these won't like it.
And Tim Cahill will be playing
up front. And Cahill will score, so we'll
Cahill will be playing up front.
We've got to get motivated against big teams.
Yeah.
And we're struggling with confidence, but these are the types of games where you can get a lot of confidence back by showing what you can do against big teams. So there's an opportunity for all the players there and the manager to show us all what he can do, and there's a massive confidence boost to go into the derby game.
I'm not asking for predictions. No, they're not going to ask for predictions. I'm just gonna all I've asked for is a bit of fight. That's all. And then whatever follows. If they beat us and they beat us because they're a better side, then fair enough. But if they beat us like last season, where we all just stood there and just went, yeah, these are good, aren't they? And just watch them all run around, then it's a nightmare. But if lads go in and they apply themselves, and I know that should be the minimum.
It should be the minimum requirement.
But
right,
you know,
we shouldn't be asking for it.
No, we shouldn't have to ask for it. But if as long as there's some fight and they have a go, if we get beat by the odd goal because they're better, then fair enough. You hold your hands up. But
I just want 3 points.
Right, fair enough. That's what I'm
4-0.
4-0 and then steamroll Liverpool on Monday night. Hey, tell us what you think in the comments. Have we got enough? What do we need to do? Thanks to Michael once again for coming on. We'll see you later on Toffee TV.